Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Brownie is not with us for this video. She was with the one I just did, which you'll see tomorrow. My husband is currently out riding his motorcycle, so I figured I'd get in the office, get some videos done, so that you guys have some content next week. And this hat is like, there we go. I really like these hats. I've gotten a couple of comments on both of them. I do have the other one here. This is the first one that I did, and then this is the one that I made in the tutorial. So if you like the hat and you haven't seen the tutorial, it's called the Ugly Granny Sweater Hat Tutorial. It's very simple. You can adjust the thickness of yarn if you want to. If you want to use a 4-weight, I would suggest using a 5mm hook. If it works with it. If not, just use the one that best works with the yarn that you're working with. And just make sure that the top of the crown is about 6 inches. So the top of it, if you're making it for an adult. If you're making it for a child, you'll want to measure the child's head, or if you know the size that you already need. When the crown is done, you do need to make sure that it is divisible by 3, because it's a multiple of 3. So just make sure that it's a divisible of 3. And I'm still working on the scarf for it. That hopefully will be coming out soon. I'm not going to guarantee exactly how soon, but when it's ready and up, it will be posted, obviously. But today I'm coming on here to also talk about, I got something finished. It's finished in my opinion. I know that I still have to weave in the ends. Maybe I'll do that now. Tomorrow's video, you won't see them weaved in because I do kind of pull it up real quick and pull it back down. But this is the first baby blanket that I made for my mother-in-law, for her great-grandkid. Now, I did use, in case you're wondering, I did use a Premier yarn. I really do love Premier yarns, and that's the back side. I only know that because I still have to hide the tail from the center. It is a 12-point star, and I used the DK colors in the color Raindrop. I only used, almost 2 cakes. I did not use the whole thing because it was not enough to go around to repeat the pattern again. So I kind of ended it on a weird, I had a big peak instead of a little peak, but I don't think it matters. But this is the band from it, DK color. This is no longer available. They discontinued this line, but you can use any Premier yarns to make this blanket. It'll just depend on what size what weight of yarn you decide to use. Now this is a 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It is a lightweight number 3. They recommended a 4mm knitting needles as well as a 4mm crochet hook. This machine wash, warm, tumble, dry. So, and this one does not have the oak. Oh yeah, it does. It's on the other side of the band. There's the Okotex that has been tested and approved against 350 harmful substances. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. I'm tongue-tied right this minute. But this is what it looks like. And I did use Jada and Stitches' I'm going to drape it on my arm here so you guys can get a better view of how big it is. So, it's a decent size. Could use it up to being a toddler. When they get older, they can use it for whatever, It should last long as they wash it and dry it appropriately and only when needed. So, but that is that. And, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk a little bit here. In tomorrow's video, I did find some great find at my local Walmart. So come back tomorrow to check that out. I'm not telling you anything other than that. Yeah. It's been crazy here. I do apologize again. You'll hear me say this in tomorrow's video as well. But I do apologize that last week was very lackluster with videos. My husband is working from home now, so it's going to be a little bit harder for me to get some videos recorded during the week like I had been doing. Like when I got off work on Thursday or Friday, I would get some, done up for the week. Well, that's kind of... Because if he's got conference calls, now Thursdays and Fridays, we run around doing stuff we need to do for the house, like getting, I hope I have this, yeah, I do. I'm talking and making sure I'm going through the backside of this blanket. But, yeah, so I do apologize, but I'm going to try to keep up. Again, I'm not going to be putting stuff out unless I have something extra for Saturday or Sunday. You probably won't see videos that day unless we get we find some snacks we haven't tried yet. I hope you guys are liking those. But yeah, for right now, it's going to be kind of a play-by-ear scenario with when and how many videos I do get put up each week. Now, I already have, like I said, tomorrow's video is already set to go. I'm just waiting for it to finish processing right now to get that posted. I'm going to next month with my work schedule, I'm going to change the hours that I work. Because when I get done at 2 o'clock, and you'll hear more about kind of what's been going on with me tomorrow. So if you want to know more about that, just stay tuned till tomorrow. Because I've been like extremely tired. Like I will take naps, but not naps like 30 minutes to an hour nap. I take hour-long naps. Sometimes I take 3-hour naps. I'm exhausted. And, well, I kind of found out why at my doctor's appointment last week. But if you want to know more about that, you'll have to wait till tomorrow to hear about that information. But I will say it is very important to keep up with your physicals, have your blood work checked, make sure there's nothing going on. I would have never known this without going and having a physical done, so yeah. That is my story. But yeah, right now, as I mentioned, hubby's out riding on his motorcycle. Hopefully he's doing okay, because it is windy out here today and the dust is picking up. So if you live in West Texas, you know what I'm talking about, or near West Texas. If you don't, then you don't know, because only if you live in an area where there's very, very few trees will you understand what I'm talking about. Because we're getting closer to the spring, but then again, you never know, because last year, and I will never forget this, it was so weird. My husband and I went to a gun show, because we do go to gun shows. April 1st, it was a Saturday. We hadn't been to one since we had been back to the state of Texas. So we went, and it snowed on April 1st. I could understand if it was Ohio in April 1st, not Texas in April 1st. Usually by then we are getting really warm with the weather. Nah, not last year. We had snow, and it stuck for a little bit. Wasn't a whole lot, but it did snow, and it was like, what in the world? I in all the time that I'd spent in Texas, I don't think I ever remember having snow at that time of the year. If you're in Texas, let me know when the latest you've ever seen snow was. Was it March? Was it April, like me? Was it even later than that? Because I know the weather patterns can change and screw stuff up, so. But I don't know. I dread summer. I don't mind spring, but summer, I cannot stand it. Because where I'm at, and I get it, shouldn't have chose a southern state to live in, but I do like Texas. I tried getting away from it, but it called me back home. I grew up in Ohio, the Cleveland area, and it is a different heat down here than it is up there, because where I'm at, there's very little humidity. So you're getting, if it's going to be 100, it's going to be 100, not with any extra humidity. And even if there is, it's not much. So if you need an area that's really dry, come to West Texas. You'll get it. A lot of people say Arizona's the same way, which I don't know for sure on that. But I do know that it's very dry here. You get the weather that it says, not adding any extra. Now, if there's a wind chill, yes, we do take that into consideration when we had that big snow and ice storm come through. That was not cool. Yeah. All right, now my ends are woven in. There's the back side there. So that's good. So this just needs to be washed and ready to go for when her son comes to visit in mid-June, I think it is. He's coming something, I think around almost the middle of June, because the baby's due in July, mid-July to late July, I think. So, and they know it's going to be a boy. So I picked out all the colors that I thought, because apparently they're not going with any color, like any specific colors. And I was like, well, because I don't want to make something and then they get upset because it's not with their colors. Because I've heard that the wife is pretty picky about some things, and when he told her it's going to be a boy, no specific colors, just make sure it's boy related, not too girly. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense. So I brought out all these different colors for her to choose from, and the two that I got her were that one and Lime Brand's ice cream pistachio color, which I'm working on right now. When I get that finished, I will show you. I'm actually going to do a stitch tutorial for the pattern that I used, so you can make whatever you want to make with it. And when I get to it, I'm going to probably try to work on this, if I can, shortly after this video, is to get the scarf done to go along with this hat. And if I get it done, because see, I still have the yarn for it. I still have the yarn. If I do get it done, I will have that. It would have been up yesterday. If not, then you'll see something else for tomorrow from yesterday's video. I'm trying to make Tuesdays tutorial Tuesdays. Wednesdays about whips and faux, which I showed you. Tomorrow will be about my doctor's appointment and my find at Walmart, which is really interesting and kind of like surprisingly as well. Friday, I'm not sure just yet. It'll all depend on what happens the rest of today and tomorrow. If my husband goes out riding tomorrow, maybe I'll be able to get a tutorial for you guys. Yeah, so I'm trying. I really am trying. I'm holding off on the Crochet Nation patterns because I got to get all this other stuff done, and yeah, so that's taking up a little bit of time. And I haven't gotten any further with the Crochet Society blanket. I will, as soon as I get another panel done, I'll update you guys on how it looks. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of what else to update you guys on. Next month is gonna, not next month, it's the month after that. Yeah, May is gonna be a rough month at the house. Because that's when my mother-in-law's birthday is, and also when my father-in-law passed away 3 years ago. So, yeah. She already had an episode around, there wasn't on his birthday, but it was around his birthday, because his birthday was February 21st, and that following Monday, I mean, she did pretty good that day, but that following Monday, we had a blowout. And it was just something that I tried to bite my tongue, but I couldn't, and I had to walk away. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to May at all, because I know that's going to be, because he died the day before her birthday. So, yeah. So, and my nephew who lives with us, his birthday is on the 18th. Hers is the 21st, and he passed away on the 20th. So, I'm going to try to hold myself up in May. I'm going to try to hopefully bite my tongue. Pray for me in May. I'll probably bring it up again, getting closer to May. But yeah, next month we go back for her kidney follow-up to see how her kidneys are doing, because the last time we went, they were actually doing better, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay that way. I hope they do, but she's actually decided to go ahead and go on dialysis if it comes to that point. So, yeah. So fun times here in the house of the Tokars. That's my last name, Tokar. I don't care. You guys can search me. You ain't gonna find much on me on the interwebs. I do have a Facebook page, obviously. I have it in the links. I'm still working on getting some more stuff in the merch, on the merch side, if you guys want to help support the channel that way, because I don't have enough subscribers as of yet to do any kind of like where you can tip. I don't even know how they put it on a video where you can give money to the channel that way. Any way you guys want to support the channel is fine with me. If you like Premier Yarns, I do have an affiliate. I have affiliate links because of how they changed things. I have 3 separate links. One goes to the new yarn, one goes to the sale page, and one goes to the main page. So any of those you click on and you buy any Premier Yarns, I will get credit for them. I was hoping to get in and get one of the mystery boxes, but unfortunately they sold out. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that for next time, because it's underneath the bag clearance section. When you click on sale, there's options of different sales: the current deals, the clearance, the bag deals, and then there's one for the leather company that they try to sell product from, and they're mostly carriers for knitting. I don't know if, let me check here. Premier, let's see. So it's current deals, bag deals, clearance, and extra 20% off mud, which is the leather company. And they do, well, what's in here is, they have a crochet bag where you can put your crochet hooks in. They have a backpack, a handle, and most of this stuff is expensive. And even so the backpack started out at $100. I mean, I get it. If it's really good leather, you're going to pay for that good leather. And if it lasts more than a year, that's really good. But it started out at $110.25. It's now $88.20. that's, and I don't know, I'm gonna see if I put it in my cart, how much, if it actually brings it down. Now there's 3 left of them. Okay, so add to cart. Yeah, it's $88.20 for this backpack. Remove. It doesn't give any extra discount. Let me go back here. Yeah, basically bags that you could put your crochet stuff in, that's all made out of leather. And it's M-U-U-D. I just say mud. I mean, there's an extra EU in there, but it's basically mud. It might be pronounced mood. I don't know. There's 2 pages that they have. I'm wondering if they're actually getting, they're clearancing these out and not going to carry them anymore. Maybe they'll bring in another company. Let me see here. I'm checking another backpack. All sales final. So they're getting rid of this line that they have. Maybe they'll get a different line in that is a little bit better pricing, because in my opinion, that seems like it should be on the higher up one, Universal Yarns. That's where I think it should be, not on Premier. Premier's the more affordable items in my opinion. Universal's a little bit more pricey, and then they also have they had another line too, but I don't think they have that anymore. They've kind of reduced it down to just the 2. Oh wow. Okay. Oh wow, dang. Okay, so if you're interested, Basic Worsted Value, which is the one that's about a pound, it's 14 ounces. They have new colors in it. New colors. I am going to yeah, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new colors. If I have a chance, I might put it in here at the end so you guys can see it. See the new colors. They actually have my birthstone as one of them, garnet, which is a really dark red, really dark. And then they have a raspberry, an orange, goldenrod, light blue, sea glass, which I think is more of like a minty green, but I think that's the color that I used for my one of my great nephew's blankets to make it look like Yoda, or Grogu, not Yoda, Grogu. Leaf, pecan, taupe, and linen. So those are 10 new colors. They got rid of the one color that I got when they were doing the big clearance. They still have a purple, but they had even a darker purple. They no longer have that one. They still have violet though, and they're $8.99 a skein. Tomato. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. Again, if I do get the video in, I will add it right after this so you guys can see the new colors of the Basic Worsted Value. All right. Well, if you all enjoyed my video today, please give me a thumbs up. If you enjoyed my content, if you enjoy my content and haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that hit the subscribe and then the notification bell so you're always aware of when I put out new content. Until next time, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm or cool, and happy crafting. Alright everyone, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the new colors for the Basic Worsted Value. This is there's a total of 20 colors now. It is 100% acrylic. It's 14 ounces or 400 grams, 717 yards or 656 meters. It is a number 4 medium weight. It's machine wash warm, do not bleach, tumble dry, do not iron. And it has been approved against 350 harmful substances to keep you and your family safe. And as I mentioned before I had to redo this video, I do believe that other yarn companies are starting to put that on their label. But I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Premier was the first company to start doing that. If another company like Yarnspiration or Limeran did it first, let me know in the comment section. I'd really like to know that. So here we go. Here's the new colors. The first one up is Garnet, which is January's birthstone color. The color for the month of January. So if you were born in January, that's your color. I think it's also the birthstone. And then we have Raspberry, Orange, Goldenrod, Light Blue, Sea Glass, Leaf, which is it's a different shade of green, Pecan, nice brown, Taupe, which is more like a tan, and then Linen, which is another variant of white. It's not quite cream because this is cream. That's still like a white. It's almost like a heavy cream color in my opinion, and this is more like a off-white. And then of course they have white. And they have their other colors, light gray, which I call steel. But, player's choice, as I say, on what you think the color looks like. Black, red, lemon, green, royal blue, which is nice, violet, and pink. So there's all 20 colors. Again, the link to Premier Yarns is in the description box below. So if you want to check out their new yarn sales, any of that, click on that link. If you purchase anything, it does go back into the channel. So, all right. Again, I hope you all stay safe, stay warm or cool, and happy crafting. Bye-bye.